Hi, and welcome to Evernote for MBA students. Why MBA students? Well, if there is something we can surely say about MBA students with a greater than 95 confidence level, is the fact that we are all keeping our heads above the water while coping with higher than normal level stress. Now, you can do two things about it. You can call it quits and recover your normal life, or you can follow David Allen's advice and capture all the things that need to get done into a logical and trusted system outside of your head and of your mind. You can live and enjoy the mind like water stress-free status. How? Stick around and in the next 5 minutes we'll show you how. Saying that this application will provide you with the beloved mind like water state is probably saying too much, but we're darn sure it will give you a hand with your 100 daily tasks. Evernote is an interoperable application, meaning that it runs on your Windows, Mac, Linux, or you name its operating system. It basically runs across any platform. You can run it from your iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android cell phone as well. Or you could even run it online, that is, directly from their webpage without having to install anything on your device. The idea here is that you can access all of your notes, pictures, PDFs, memos, files, etc., regardless of the device you might be using, and they will always be synchronized all the time. Evernote is a freemium application, so you can get all of its primary services without having to pay a penny for it. What's the catch? Besides this little ad window here, there isn't much you have to worry about. With over 2.7 million stress-free users and a 20% yearly conversion to premium rate, Evernote is one of the fastest growing freemium companies in the zoo. Remember, on freemium-based business models, one guy pays for the other 100. At least that's the theory behind it. So how can it help you? Well, what about keeping that leadership journal up to the minute? Or who doesn't need some help on keeping organized all that literature for the research project? Even though Evernote can work as your everyday offline note-taking application, the cool thing is that Evernote is a cloud-based service, meaning that your data is stored on a remote computer or computers which you can virtually access from anywhere. So what's in the package? Evernote allows you to upload to your account up to 60 megs of data per month for a total storage capacity of 2 gigs. So basically, you'll be able to upload to your 2 gigs cloud disks approximately 30,000 notes per month, or the equivalent to 400 web clips, 59 songs, or 16 high-resolution pictures. Premium holders will be able to upload up to 1 gig, that is 16 times that of the free account. So while you can use your Evernote as an email account, offline reader, file archiver, memory pad, note-taking, word processor, to-do app, voice recording, document manager, or even to remember where you leave your car, we'll be giving you some tips on how to use it for your leadership journaling and or compiling your literature review. As you can see, Evernote's interface may already look familiar to those using Outlook, Mac Journal, or even Word. Evernote has 3 main components in terms of how you interface with your information. The left column is where you'll find the structure you have defined to organize your data. Evernote allows you to organize your documents in folders, which they call notebooks. Each folder can be managed as a complete independent theme or subject in your life. As you can see, we got, for example, a nested folder for our MBA, personal things, and work-related stuff. You could also understand these folders as filters, since in real terms, all the information actually goes to one single inbox, which can also be listed depending on your own criteria. The important thought here is throw it all in there. Don't worry too much about where each piece of the memory goes. Throw it in and trust that with a few tricks and general framework, you will always be able to keep your information under control. Evernote is quite simple and flexible, so the rules are actually defined by you, in whatever way it suits you best. When you create a new note, you'll help yourself retrieving it at a later stage by writing a subject or title saving it into one of your predefined folders. Check that the actual subfolder appear here, not the categories, helping you go straight away to the notebook you're looking for. Dates are automatically saved or populated, so you can later retrieve them by a particular date as well. You could save a particular location. This works automatically from your mobile device. Include an URL, which will also be retrieved automatically when saving information from a web page. And last but not least, you can tag your note. One way to think of tags is as a subtitle or sub-theme for quick filtering and later reference. For example, here we have a notebook about our leadership journal, which contains the whole journey. But you may want the note you have just created to be filtered when you're looking for CLERS. So you'll tag it as CLERS, and when filtering by CLERS, all you'll see are the notes tagged under that search criteria inside your personal development leadership journal notebook. You could also, for example, have a learning diary tag, a mandatory section with already populated question placeholders as per your reader, and so on. In a nutshell, it's a filtering tool. Remember that the actual way things are stored is by date. So what we're trying to do here is to create order out of chaos. Evernote is built in a way that is meant to ease the traceability of your notes. So coming back to our note, we create a tag or drag the note to a particular one, and we can later search for it via the search tab or by looking by date, notebook, or tag. You'll eventually realize that whenever you're browsing through your Evernote inbox, by looking at this row, what we're actually doing is filtering information. So you don't have to worry too much about structure as much as you should about just naming your notes in a meaningful way. But as we mentioned before, the coolest thing about Evernote is the capability to capture stuff. There are at least 7 ways in which you can do this. The first one we already mentioned is by clicking here for a new note. Another one, if you have a camera built in, is by creating your own video notes. You can also record your good old audio notes, and one of the most useful ones, directly from internet. So you can save an entire web page article for offline reviewing. Fragments of an article. Or even just a clip of a page. You can also save entire PDFs documents for later review. The latest version of Evernote allows you to share this information with your peers for peer review. The other way you can gather your information is via your smartphone device. And as you can see, Evernote uses optical character recognition, OCR technology, which allows you to find information within your images and even handwritten text. Once inside your Evernote, you can edit, highlight, or even make comments on your saved pages. Bear in mind that these pages will still have their hyperlinks active. So once you're finished compiling, editing, reflecting, etc., you can always copy and paste from your Evernote to your Word template. And after some tweaking, you'll be done. Well, we sincerely hope this brief presentation gives you a helping hand. For sure, you'll find even better ways to get the most out of this tool. Thanks for listening, and remember, get it all out of your head and you may enjoy a long-lasting mind-like-water state. Despite decision analysis, that is. Cheers, and for more information, visit evernote.com.